Hey everybody, it's Tiana here. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be another one of my drugstore series videos. I know that I kind of skipped like a month. I was going to try to do them once a month, but I know I skipped a month. And that was just because the holidays were coming up and I was just really busy. But now that it is 2016, I am back in the swing of things. And today's topic is going to be concealers and powders. So I want to just go ahead and jump right into the video. So I'm going to start off with my drugstore concealers that I recommend. If you watch my Best of Beauty 2015, then you probably know some of the concealers that I'm going to mention, but some of them I did not discover in 2015, so I will be mentioning them here and some of the powders as well. So these are the top ones that I could find in my collection that I would recommend to you guys that are at the drugstore or of a drugstore price. So the first one that I want to mention is this LA Girl Pro Concealer. Of course, this is a really good concealer, especially for the budget friendly type of people. This is $2.99 at most beauty supply stores, and you can probably find it online because I don't think most drugstores carry it just yet. But it is amazing. It has amazing coverage. I am wearing this specific shade today, and I think it just provides a nice natural highlight. This is in the shade Toast. I do have like 3 other ones that I did list in that Best of Beauty video, and I was just telling you guys that I use those for like a more brighter look or for contouring. So you can pretty much just pick up every single shade that they offer in this LA Girl Pro Concealer, and I've seen fair tones using it all the way to dark skin tones. So it suits everybody's skin, and there's a shade for everybody. So, and they also have a correcting shade as well that I want to pick up. So you just cannot beat it for the price and the quality. It's $2.99 and they're amazing. So I definitely recommend this one. If you're into more of a thick concealer, I recommend this one. Another thicker concealer that I don't reach for all the time, but I definitely would recommend it because it reminds me a lot of the LA Girl Pro Concealer, but it's a tad bit thicker almost. This is the Maybelline Master Conceal Camouflaging Concealer, and this is in the shade 50 Medium Deep. This is the darkest shade that they had, but I picked this up and I was actually really impressed by the coverage and the consistency of it. It lasted all day. It's full coverage, and it was just amazing. It wasn't bad at creasing either once set it with a powder. So I was actually pretty surprised about this, and I like how they did something different and did a more pointed end squeeze tube with this one, and you just squeeze out a little bit. Like, I have pretty much all of this tube is still in here because a little bit of this goes a long way. Like with the LA Girl Pro Concealer, you can kind of spread it out in that triangle motion, but with this, all you need is like a little dot. If you put more than a dot, then it can be overboard, and especially with not too many color selections, sometimes they provide a little bit of flashback if you go overboard. So you definitely want to make sure you only use as little as possible, just enough to cover your dark under eye circles or whatever the case may be. But I love this concealer and I definitely recommend it. The next concealer that I have is something that I've been using for a long time, and I don't think anything could probably stop me from using this concealer, and this is the Maybelline Fit ME Concealer. And this was one of the first concealers that I discovered at the drugstore, and I just fell in love with it. I continue to repurchase it, and I just love it. This is the shade 30 Cafe. This is perfect for a lightweight concealer because it's something that you could just use every day, and that's exactly what I use it for. Just work, just everyday concealing underneath my eyes. I know it's gonna work. I know the shade works. It's not bad at creasing. It's very easy to blend out. So I love this concealer, and it's just a wand applicator, so it makes it very easy to do that triangle motion and then just blend it in. So I love this one. The next concealer that I had that I would recommend to you guys is the NYX HD Photogenic Concealer, and I also talked about this in that video, but this one is in the shade CWOA, and I kind of discovered this one a little bit late. I at first didn't really like it, but then as I started trying it more and more, I was like, okay, I do like this one. This one is a little bit more brighter than the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. It's a little bit thicker as well than the Maybelline Fit Me. I do like this one a lot, and if you're into NYX products, NYX has something for everybody. They have a lot of color selections, whereas some of the other concealers that I mentioned don't. So if you can't find your shade in some of the other concealers, then I would definitely try out the NYX. It's always just that go-to clutch concealer. It's been in my collection for a while now, and if I run out of another concealer, I'm like, okay, I still have a good one that I can use, and this is the NYX one. So I love this concealer as well. The last drugstore concealer that I wanted to mention is a part of the palette, and this is the NYX Conceal, Correct, and Contour palette. And I love this little palette. It's perfect for travel, and I love the fact that it has multiple shades in it. Some of the shades I don't really use, like these shades over here, I don't really touch at all, but this one I love using for my brows. I like to just outline my brows, give it a more crisp look with this one. And then this one I use for color correcting, and I use this one a lot. I have a couple videos using this and showing you how I correct with this shade. So this is just perfect. You can also use that darker shade to contour if you want, but I don't use that one. But this one is in the shade Deep. I think they have about 2 or 3 different types of these palettes, like as far as colors go. So they probably have a palette for every skin tone. So I would definitely say try this out. It's about $10 at Ulta, and they just made a really good product with this one, and I think it's great for drugstore. Moving on to powders, I don't have a lot of powders that I want to mention from the drugstore for like setting concealer, because there's just not a lot of drugstore powders out there that are really good. But one that I used consistently, like every day for months, is this L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable powder, and this is in the shade C8 Cocoa. I use this so much. This is like my second one. They last a long time, and this is perfect for like setting your under eye concealer. What I love about the L'Oreal True Match powders and their foundation line is that they have a lot of colors to choose from. So they have colors that are darker than this. So if you want to contour, if you want to set your entire face, if you want to set your concealer, they have a powder for every single thing that you want to do. So I love the fact that L'Oreal went out and kind of made colors acceptable for every skin tone. So I love this powder for just setting my under eye concealer. It was amazing. A drugstore powder that I love to set my entire face with is the Maybelline Fit Me Mocha Press Powder, and this was from their original collection, so I don't think you can still get this in stores, because I noticed that when they came out with the new collection, they don't have this dark shade anymore. It goes to coconut, and that is way too light for me. So I think you can only get this online, so I didn't really want to mention it, but if I'm recommending something that I love, I wanted to tell you guys anyways. But this is the Maybelline Fit Me Press Powder, and mine broke, but I am still using it even though it broke. And this is amazing for setting your overall face. I used it constantly. It keeps me matte. It's great for just blotting as well. It just kind of just conceals those oily areas just right away immediately. And I just love it. It's very inexpensive. The Fit Me line is about $5 to $6, so you really cannot beat that. The only thing is they don't carry this shade anymore. I don't think they carry this shade. I've only seen coconut as the darkest powder shade. So if anybody knows if Mocha is still available at your store or drugstore or whatever, let me know down in the comments below, because I would love to go pick up like a ton of them and not have to buy them online when I get ready to restock. The last drugstore powder that I wanted to recommend is a part of a palette, and if you've been watching my past videos, you know that I have been raving about the Makeup Revolution line and how I've been so impressed with their products. And this is the Makeup Revolution London All About Bronze palette. This is their Ultra Bronze palette. So in this palette, it has some highlighter shades and some setting concealer shades as well. So I love this one right here for setting my concealer. I've been using this one non-stop. I've mentioned it in a couple favorites videos, and I've told you guys about it so many times. I love it for setting concealer with, and you really cannot beat this palette. It was only $10, and the powder is amazing. It just helps with creasing of concealer, and it just stays, it puts my concealer in place all day long. So I love it, and this is like one of the perfect shades for me, especially if I want to keep like a bright under eye. It's a perfect shade for me. and this is by Makeup Revolution. Again, right now they're doing a buy one get one half off, so you could get like this palette and another one of their products and still be good to go. So I love this line. I'm definitely going to take advantage of that sale that Ulta is having right now, and I will let you know if I find any more products by them that I would recommend. So yeah, guys, that wraps up Drugstore Series number 2, concealers and powders. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up so I know that I can continue making these drugstore videos for you guys. I definitely enjoy giving you guys recommendations of drugstore products because everyone likes to save money. I know I do, especially if there's an amazing drugstore dupe for a high-end product. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.